Yo, what's the deal, fam? Hope everybody's doing well out there. Yo, check this out, man. Recently, I did a poll asking who had the better chemistry, Nas and Primo, DJ Premier, or Snoop and Dre. And based on the numbers, it's a very close poll. Very close. With Nas and Primo edging it out at the moment. And I must say, y'all bugging. Hear me out. I may be the biggest Nas fan on the planet. No disrespect to anyone. I think we're all fans, right? But we all feel as though we're probably the biggest Nas fan on the planet, right? He's fathered so many different styles. Greatest lyricist I've ever witnessed. Conceptually, just the things that he does. But when we're thinking about chemistry is what? Like the interaction between people working together. But there's a caveat to that. We also have to put a successful interaction, right? He and DJ Premier have a dope chemistry. There's no doubt about it. But Snoop and Dre are synonymous with one another. When you think of Snoop, you think of Dre. And when you think of Dre, you think of Snoop. Am I correct? Am I bugging? Dr. Dre is Snoop's OG. He brought him into the game. Without Dr. Dre, would we really know who Snoop was? I'm pretty sure his talent probably would have given him an opportunity. But Dre introduced him. He's the reason why we know who Snoop is. Why do we know who Nas is? Not DJ Premier. It's Large Professor. That's Nas's OG. He introduced Nas to the game. That matters to me, all right? Their chemistry is impeccable as well. It's not always about the records that they put out. Let's continue. Speaking of records, Dre and Snoop shook Earth when they released. They single-handedly kind of changed what we thought of a single to be. They were uncensored, and the world still embraced it. Am I correct? They had an era, the G-Funk era. The G-Funk era. Think about it. Let's not mention touring, right? Nas and Primo have been on stage together as far as touring goes. And the chemistry's there, but Dre and Snoop is a little different. It's a little different. Even the level in which they do it. Now let's go down the list and name some records, all right? In no particular order based on release. Let's start with Nas and Primo. We got Memory Lane, Represent, Nas is Like, I Gave You Power, Come Get Me, Second Childhood, New York State of Mind 1 and 2, Classic, which is a collaboration between Nas, Primo, Rakim, KRS-One, and Kanye. We have Wave Gods, gotta count that, right? He did the scratches, he was a part of it. Hip Hop, DJ Khaled, right? Nas and Scarface, I think Primo did the scratches on that as well. And recently we have Beat Breaks. Now, Dre and Snoop, in no particular order, Nothing But a G Thing, Dre Day, Gin and Juice, Lil Ghetto Boy, with my homie Lil Half Dead, Still Dre, next episode, What's My Name, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Deep Cover, Doggy Dogg World, Let Me Ride, Snoop is on that. I'll be rolling in my 6-4, right? Murder Was the Case, Lay Low. Now granted, they both groups have records, but Dre and Snoop, the records once again shook Earth, and they weren't even trying to. They changed the sound of music. It wasn't popcorn sounding. It was heavy, uncensored. It was them. They introduced the world into their lifestyles, being themselves, that chemistry, and changed the world. Nas is hands down, undoubtedly, my favorite MC, favorite artist within the hip hop realm. But when we're talking this chemistry thing, it is different. It is different. There's so many different factors. It's not just the songs themselves when we're talking chemistry. It's what you did for the culture. Listen, man, Dre and Snoop, your grandmother, mother, great-grandmothers know some of those songs. Trust me when I tell you, when they come on, they're like, oh, I know that. It's a reason behind that. They transcend time. Not to say Nas and Primo don't. is different. I'm not necessarily saying that they're a better tandem. We're talking about chemistry, what they were able to pull off. Nas in totality is the greatest hip hop artist I've ever heard and witnessed, because he checks all boxes, but we're talking about chemistry. And Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are the epitome of chemistry within hip hop. I would equate them with Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones when it comes to hip hop. It's just different, man. It's just different. Let me know if you agree with me in the comment section. Just know I respect all of you out there. And as always, we stay here at the Eeze Experience. Go get yours, yeah.